What's up guys, it's Larko and today we have another negative video on Battlefield 2042. So before we talk about the ridiculous comment that Total FPS made on Reddit, I am going to quickly talk about the VHX and the G428, which do have some nerfs coming. We've got some minor information at the minute, but the full update patch notes are coming out tomorrow, and then I'll do another video on that as well. But just so you know, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below on how you feel about the statements that are being made and the changes coming into the AR and the DMR, along with the MCS 880 as well, because that is getting a nerf. But again, I'll speak about that tomorrow. But yeah, let me know down below if this rubs you the wrong way, because I feel like this isn't even opinion, this is just facts, and I feel like it's just a scummy thing for DICE to do. But in case you're wondering, before I do talk about the VHX and the G428, the VHX is having a decreased starting accuracy and an increased dispersion buildup. G428 does have some changes to recoil accuracy and more, and it is now going to be a 2-shot kill within 20 meters instead of 40, and a 4-hit kill range over 125 meters. I'll be talking about that more tomorrow and my frustration with these weapons, but today we're going to be focusing on this outlandish comment made by Total FPS, and in my opinion is just absolutely disgusting on behalf of DICE. Total FPS essentially confirming on Reddit that new weapons added to the battle passes are technically overtuned and overpowered on purpose. So somebody put, expected, the question is, why keep doing this of releasing OP untested weapons? And obviously the top responses to that are because it sells battle passes and tier skips, and the other lad said it's on purpose. They want everyone excited to get the meta weapons and pay for tier skips and stuff. So Total FPS replied with this. I'll read the entire lot out and then I'm going to dissect it and go over it and my thoughts and opinions, and I feel like everybody can agree with me on this. I don't even feel like it's an opinion, I feel like it's just a fact. Think of it from a different angle. Weapons are often introduced with a slight overtune because this is a far better scenario for balance in perspective than it is for something that is undertuned. It is not fair to play through progression tracks to then receive a weapon you're excited about and it's okay. Weak even. By that point, you will then have a far more distasteful opinion towards that weapon and you wouldn't be using it, right? So if you look at it from this angle, weapons are often between great and overtuned / OP, because not only will you have a better experience with it, it is far easier to bring something down from being too powerful than it is to bring something up when the opinion of a weapon can rarely change from it's okay, weak even. Hope this might open a perspective a little. So what Total FPS has just said here is essentially confirmed that every weapon we've had from the Battle Pass, which has actually stayed on track, and this has been true, but every new weapon is overtuned and OP. So obviously, Season 1 we had the BSVM, that was massively overpowered, and to be honest, I still think it is now, but not a lot of people use it because you need to run an ammo pack with it. Skipping some of the other weapons and just going straight to the RM68, and then now we have the VHX and the G428. So where Total FPS says weapons are often introduced with a slight overtune because this is far better when it comes from a balancing perspective and it is for something is undertuned. Now this literally confirms that DICE is just lazy and can't be bothered to properly balance their weapons. As I mentioned earlier, the VHX is having an increased rate of like how it reaches that dispersion, and it also has more initial recoil. Why didn't DICE just do this from the start? All you would have to do is go into a private game. It's not difficult. These are such easy things, and DICE are too lazy to do it. And the thing is, where he says weapons are often introduced with a slight overtune because it's easier to balance them that way, we waited 8 weeks. We waited 8 weeks just to hear something about these weapons from DICE. And the update is going to be rolling out on the 9th week. So what, we're over halfway into the season, just over 2 months, and it's taken them that long to just increase the dispersion a bit and decrease the initial accuracy / recoil, whatever you want to call it. It is beyond lazy. And then when Total FPS says next, it is not fair to play through progression tracks to then receive a weapon you're excited about and it's not that great. Well, there wouldn't be that problem if you didn't release the weapon as super OP to start with. So what Total is also confirming there is that they purposely leave these weapons OP so everybody has a fair chance of unlocking and using them in their current state. Again, releasing them tuned right, this wouldn't be a problem. DICE purposely overtune these weapons so you are getting your full use out of them. Like, oh look, we've spent a month or 2 months working on making these weapons. We want everybody to use them as much as they can before they get nerfed. That is essentially what it means. And just to add to that, if they didn't decrease the amount of points we were earning from the Battle Pass missions to start with, this wouldn't be a problem. problem. People would unlock them quicker. If you want people to unlock them quicker, just give them straight access to it. Oh wait, no, they won't do that because they want you to spend money on tier skips. So weapons are often between great and overtuned/OP because not only will you have a better experience with it, it is far easier to bring something down from it being too powerful than it is to bring something up. And Total says the reason for this is because the opinion of a weapon can rarely change from, oh, it's okay, now it's OP. And that is just not the case. If you release a weapon, right, and people like it, they will use it. It doesn't need to be overpowered. There is no reason for that at all. Total is literally just saying that, look, we've spent loads of time working on this weapon and we want you to use it. You need to use it. That is what they're doing. So instead of people just using a weapon because they like the weapon, people are using a weapon because it is the meta. It's the best weapon to use. It then creates a plague in the game where everybody is using it and it makes all other weapons near enough obsolete. This is so unbelievably frustrating that this has been the truth all along. I've always speculated this, and I think everybody else in the community has as well. It's obviously no secret, but we didn't know for sure, and now we know. It is literally just proven that DICE is lazy and can't be bothered. We are their testing guinea pigs. That is what we are. They can't be bothered to test these weapons, so we test them for them. And I assume it's probably the same with game modes like Killswitch. It seems like the past 2 seasons, DICE have just cared less and less and less. I mean, we're 8 weeks into the season now, and we're not even getting new skin bundles in the store or nothing. And I know obviously, spending money on skins. I don't spend money on these skins. If there's something very nice, then occasionally I will. But the whole point is that they're not adding new content. They just can't be bothered. And now this has been said, and it's just left a really sour taste in my mouth, and I don't think anybody can agree with them. And it's more annoying the fact that we have been waiting. It'll be 9 weeks when this update gets released just to have these 2 weapons nerfed, along with the MCS 880 as well. And I completely disagree with the fact of something being weak and then you can make it stronger and people not really caring about it and it's more difficult to do. It's not. It's really not. And the thing is, with the VH Hex, obviously this is the only information we got of decreased starting accuracy and increased its dispersion buildup. We don't know if they're changing any damage value stats, but if they're not changing anything else, just starting accuracy and just dispersion buildup, this is still going to be probably the best AR in the game. It seems so unbelievably lazy. They could have rolled this out within the first week. If you haven't unlocked the VHX by now, right, it's tier 19. If you haven't unlocked it nearly 9 weeks into the season, that is your problem. That is not DICE's. And DICE should not say, right, we're leaving these weapons overtuned and overpowered because some people haven't unlocked them. If you come into the game late, fair enough. You might have only picked this game up last week. But that's way besides the point. They shouldn't cater these overpowered weapons to the people that either play less or haven't unlocked it. That's just not how it works, because then you have this massive plague of these overpowered weapons in the game and you are just pissing off the entire rest of the community. So now we can expect with season 7, if we have new weapons, if there's an AR, I assume it'll probably be an SMG, maybe an LMG, because obviously we've had an AR and a DMR and a pistol. I assume it will be an SMG or LMG. And if it is, it will be overpowered, it will be overtuned, and we know straight away they are going to be the weapons to use. This is what it's now going to be like with every season. So yeah, thanks if you stuck around to the end of the video. I had to do a little rant there, and it's just irritating as hell. The balancing changes coming to the VHX as well, I don't feel like are enough at all, because it's still just going to trump every single AR in the game. The suppressor nerf as well still really gets on my tits. I feel like every single suppressor should just keep you off a map at all ranges. That's the whole point of a suppressor, especially on SMGs. If they wanted to add these meter ranges for ARs, okay, that's bad, but keep it on ARs. When you've got an SMG and the main suppressors only work after 40 plus meters, what is the point of that SMG being at close range? You can't flank people, because if people look at the map, obviously they might hear the bullets, but if they look at the map and they see you on there and you're within a 40 meter radius, because you will be, because you're using SMG, it makes the suppressor pointless. I don't know, I seen this in the Discord yesterday. No Miz put it in. He's great for spreadsheets, and his teams he works with to create accurate spreadsheets for weapons, damage values at ranges, whether it's headshots, time to kill, different ammo types, different barrel types. He's done great work when it comes to weapon stats in this game. So shout out to No Miz for putting this in the Discord and letting me know, because I wouldn't have seen this otherwise, and I feel like the Reddit is just a massive cesspit anyway when it comes to Battlefield 2042. It's where some of the most stupid stuff gets said, and I feel like that's probably where DICE listen to them community members, and then we get these horrible changes. Yeah, thanks if you stuck to the end. Let me know down below if you agree with anything I've said and how you feel about this. And it's left a huge sour taste.